Well, hello, folks. I'm meteorologist Tom Kavicka here. Already on a Thursday, we're about to bury this week tomorrow. So, Sinlaw Broadcasting, looking there from Texas Street, seeing some clouds, and it looks bad, doesn't it? You see those? Oh, look at those dark clouds. Those are storm clouds. Well, the atmosphere is not primed for any of that at this particular point. They're just clouds, and could play a role in tonight's temperatures. It's an indication that some moisture's returning to the area. Our cold nights are over with for the extended period. In fact, let's go down to Stellies and LeBeau, where it's time to get something good to eat at the market and at the restaurant. Mostly clear skies there. You see some of those dark clouds in that direction, just not as much. So, talking about the following things over the next several minutes. First of all, warm weather wins this forecast definitely. Now, do you need rain? Maybe I got a forecast for you that will help because we are in a state of moderate drought in some portions of Sinlaw. And Thanksgiving outlook, or the time frame leading up to Thanksgiving Day, I'll have that outlook after the 7-day forecast. So stay with me on that. All right, so let's get started. First of all, with the radar, where we continue to see controlled burns in and around the area here for today. These are agricultural burns. I'll go back an hour. Much of this has been in South Rapides, western of Oils Parish, down toward the Bunkie, Cheneyville, LeCount areas and such. A lot of folks burning in their cane fields right now. So let's go into your satellite and radar. This is on a national scale where we see a lot of energy coming into the Pacific West right now. A big storm system, a lot of heavy rain, higher elevation snow with that very dynamic system. And this is a system that kind of fooled me several days ago. If you recall, I had some rain in the forecast this coming weekend. Well, starting yesterday, I removed it completely. And likewise today, the 7-day forecast you'll see in just a bit. There's no rain this weekend with this particular system because we got 4 high pressures blocking it, all right, across this area. So it's not going to do much. We'll have to eventually see some changes coming from that direction, though, but it'll be after the weekend. So let's get into the short term as I step you through. Friday morning for your commute could be some fog once again, so slow down, be careful if it's dense. Keep your headlight on low beam. Friday evening, we've got a pretty good forecast coming up there for your commute back home and any high school football games in the state. And then going into Saturday morning, this is grocery shopping, so no issues at that particular time. It'll be just kind of warm and comfortable, feeling like spring. So let's check out the justification for the 7-day forecast. This is the meteorological foundation, if you will, of the forecast, the 7-day forecast that you're about to see. First of all, these are warm and cold, cool bubbles of air. They're very large, as you see here. So here's that dip associated with that storm system back across portions of the west coast and the eastern Pacific right there. So let's check that out, put this into motion, and see what's happening. You can see that by Saturday, midday, it's still out there. It's not heading this way. All right. Now, let me go a little bit farther. Let's go into Sunday, about a day later, just about the time you're getting out of church. Notice that the energy is increasing back there. If you look back here, you see a secondary piece of energy which will come in and reinforce this, and all this will kind of combine and kick this way. So let me show you that pattern. So there we are. By Monday, another day later, we see that system intensifying out west, and out ahead of this, we've got the warm bubble of air running, ruling our forecast. So your 7-day forecast is going to be quite warm. That's why I was saying the 7-day forecast, warm weather is going to win this one. All right, so here comes the cool bubble of air dipping south. Quite strong system. This is on the GFS model. Others are similar with some variation with that. That's by midweek of next week, Wednesday. And so what's happening is that's getting close enough for a Gulf to open up and some moisture, good quality moisture coming in from that direction, and the atmosphere starting to lift. Now, once we go into Friday, you see that piece of energy lifting out and then being focused to the north of us. But in that process, again, the Gulf moisture will continue to flow inward, bring good quality moisture. This lift in the atmosphere associated with this thing will create a favorable environment for rain and thunderstorms as we head especially into the latter part of next week. And you notice right here, here's a secondary system which is coming in on the back side of it. So we'll have to deal with that one after the 7-day. And that's why I included an 8 to 14 day outlook for the days leading up to Thanksgiving. So let's get into the 7-day forecast then. You'll see temperatures. I'll just kind of let you glance at the high temperatures first. Okay, we should be in the 60s during that time frame, but we're in the 80s, so a full 20 degrees above normal. Lows should be in the 40s, so we got some 50s there for a few minutes. Then we go into the 60s. So this is, again, much warmer than it should be for this time of year. By the way, there's that AM fog for Friday morning. I start the rain chances Monday and Tuesday with only about 10 to 20% there. But then Wednesday gets better, and into Thursday, Wednesday night, Thursday, and Thursday night, it gets better there. Some showers and some thunderstorms start working into the forecast. And right now, I'm beginning to see some indications that Thursday may be a pattern favorable for some heavy rain developing. So more on that. Nick will certainly have something on that in his stream in the morning. So let's go to this temperature outlook. A large area of the United States, basically from the Rockies, east of the Rockies, above normal temperature. So this is warm. Back here, this is cool. So in that, we've got a contrast to right through here. So this implies kind of that dip of the troughing, the cool troughing out west, the warm ridging up east. That's kind of a slow-moving pattern, and so it kind of gets locked in place. So that means that this is going to last for a while. And what that means as far as temperatures for Cenla, 43 low, 66 high is our normal for that week leading up to Thanksgiving. And this forecast is saying there's a likelihood that it's definitely going to be warmer than that. So it's like warm leading up to Thanksgiving. What about rainfall? Well, a huge area of above normal. With that contrast to the west, cool here, warm here, that's a perfect setup for the storm track to move across the Rockies and into the plains, pulling up moisture, adding lift to the atmosphere, just like it's going to happen late next week. So that's going to be a continuation in the days leading up to Thanksgiving. Typical rainfall is over between 1 1/10 and 1 2/10 inches of rain, and the likelihood is that you'll get more rain than that, but we need it to ease the drought up, maybe even put a dent in it if we can get a really good one. Okay, that's it from me. I'll quit, and Nick will take over in the morning, and I'll be back about this time tomorrow with my PM